Being financially dependent on a man is currently being rebranded to you as female empowerment. And you need to understand the reason why that's happening is every one of these socio-political, cultural forces, cultural movements we see happening in this country is happening for one shared reason: to control women. And how do you control women? You make them dependent on men. Okay, you know?
I'm in the gym working out and I heard that video and I had to stop to make this one. So go back and watch that whole video because she goes down list by list about all of the things that are happening both up front and insidious in our culture and our society. And I have a little bit of a different take. So basically, she's talking about the removal of sex education in school, birth control, no-fault divorce, how women and pregnancy is the time that we become most vulnerable, and how these things are going to be taken away, and then the soft life being promoted, etc., etc. However, I feel like, and I don't know if this is because I'm a Black woman and my grandmother pulled me aside and spoke to me, and because I looked and saw my mother's predicament, her life, etc. I don't know if it's because of that. But I feel like deep inside of our beings, women know this. I feel like deep in our heart, in our soul, in our spirit, in our psyche, women have the idea that this is and has always been a trap, and there's another alternative. Like she's talking about, having to homeschool, etc. And then you get out of the workforce and then you can't get back in and you're dependent on husband's money, etc., etc. But there's another alternative, and that alternative is playing out before our eyes. Women are choosing the bear. No. But seriously, women are opting out. The best way not to get trapped by pregnancy is to not get pregnant in the first place. The best way to not get trapped into an unequal marriage with coverture over you is to not get married. We see these men, especially like Scott Galloway, going from podcast to podcast talking about the male loneliness epidemic. I mean, look around. Women are choosing another alternative. They're choosing just not to enter in, period. Birth rates are low all over the world. The college enrollment for women is up. They could try to make it unaffordable or all they want. They could try to XYZ. They could, listen, what do you think's going to happen? I mean, they already took Roe v. Wade off the board. What do you think's going to happen if they take away birth control and remove condoms and sex education? Come on, what do you think's going to happen? Women are not going to have intercourse with these men. The best way not to get pregnant is to not have intercourse at all. And this is what's happening. This is why the incel population is rising further and further. I mean, what do you think is going to happen? I mean, women are just going to opt out. We're not going to do it. We're not going to get into marriage slavery and birthing servitude. She talked about how our contribution in the home is just not one that they value and that we can make money from, etc. That the only types of jobs that make money are the ones that men have placed the value on, their type of labor, etc. Oh, come on. But what do you think is going to happen? Like, for real? I mean, women are just we're not gonna do it. When I was back in the days, there was a song, the prolific lyrics that said, "Can you do it?" And the rallying cry back was, "I'm not going to be able to do